Good morning, everyone. All the dignitaries, kindly take your seat. We are about to begin our inaugural ceremony. Once again, a very warm good morning to all of you and welcome all of you to the Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, Hyderabad. Today, to mark the inaugural ceremony for this Congress, we have Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, as our chief guest. Dr. M. Ravichandran, the President-elect of FIGA and the Secretary of Ministry of Earth Sciences, as our guest of honor. Dr. V.M. Tiwari, the President of FIGA and the Director for CSIR-NEIST. Dr. Kalachand Sen, the Secretary General of FIGA and a Jacibos Fellow at CSIR-NGRI. Dr. T.M. Balakrishnan Nair, the Congress Director of FIGA and the Director of INCOIS, with us. I now invite Dr. T.M. Balakrishnan Nair and Dr. V.M. Tiwari to kindly accompany the dignitaries to the dais. Also, I request Dr. Kalachand Sen, the Secretary General, to come forward and be seated on the dais. Thank you very much. Now I request Dr. T.M. Balakrishnan Nair to welcome the dignitaries with a bouquet of flowers. Thank you, Dr. T.M. Balakrishnan Nair. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed scientists, the distinguished guests, the respected delegates who have traveled across the globe to be the part of this conference, a very warm welcome to the 4th Triennial Congress of the Federation of Indian Geosciences Association 2025. We are truly honored to host this landmark event at the Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. INCOIS, a hub of innovation and excellence. INCOIS stands at the forefront of ocean science and services, empowering the society through data, technology, and services.
Over the years, Earth system science has evolved into a truly interdisciplinary field, weaving together the threads of geoscience, oceanography, meteorology, and environmental science. This Congress is a testament to that evolution, bringing together 9 Geosciences Associations and 4 Patron institutions under one unified platform. From the mines of Dhanbad to peaks of Dehradun, FIGA has journeyed through 3 successful congresses, and now in 2025, we gather here in Hyderabad to continue that legacy, to exchange ideas, foster collaboration, and shape the future of geosciences.
So let's begin this journey of discovery and dialogue. Let the 4th Triennial Congress of FIGA 2025 commence with the science as our compass and sustainability as our destination.
To mark this auspicious beginning of this event, I request everyone to kindly raise for the invocation and the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. I request Ms. Tirtha for the invocation, and also I request all the distinguished dignitaries to perform the ceremonial lighting of
रक्षा करो सबकी गजवतना गौरी नंदना रक्षा करो सबकी मंगलमय हो जीवन सारा मंगलमय हो जीवन सारा धारा बहे सुख जवतना गौरी नंदना गजवतना गौरी नंदना रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो विद्या की स्वामी रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो विद्या की स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी चिंतामणि का करे जो चिंतन चिंतामणि का गौरीनन्दना विरजवदना गौरीनन्दना.
My privilege and honor to welcome our chief guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India, whose contribution to the scientific research and innovations are truly remarkable. We have seen his leadership during the STIC. I was there last 2-3 days before. So I am very sure that his leadership, the science and technology will be transforming what India wants. In this age, internationally, in the ocean community, we are thinking about science we need is the ocean we want. Similar way, the science we want in India is the Atmanirbhar India we want, the Vikasit Bharat we want. Thank you, sir. We are very happy that you are here, sir, with us. We are honored by the presence of Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Sciences, Dr. Shivakumar, Chief NRI, Dr. V.M. Tiwari, President FIGA, Dr. Parvinder Maini, who is our long-term collaborators with the INCOIS. I'm very happy that, madam, you are here. Dr. Dr. Kalachan Sen, J.C. Bose Fellow, CSIR-NGRI, and Secretary General FIGA. All my colleagues, all are almost my age, and the directors of all the Geosciences Institutes, my students, collaborators, then research people, research fellows, industrial partners, all the scientists from the different Geoscience Institute. I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the 4th Triennial Congress of the Federation of the Indian Geosciences Association FIGA 2025 conference. Convened under the focal theme, Geoscience for Blue Economy, Potential for the Indian Ocean, this Congress comes a pivotal moment where the role of our ocean is shape both national progress and planetary well-being has never been pronounced. So we have a big event in the STIC. So our Honorable Prime Minister told us, give me ideas, I will support you. So this is actually very strong message all the geoscience community that we should innovate, we should translate for the growth of the Vikasit Bharat. The Indian Ocean region is rich and biodiverse. You know that it is yet vulnerable to all type of coastal hazards. With more than 30% population living within 100-kilometer coast, it demands rigorous science, exclusive solutions, and forward-looking policies. As discussed with Dr. Shivakumar, we require the what impact our research goes to the society as well as the industry. So our national vision is very clear. As Honorable Prime Minister recently noted at Emerging Science and Technology Innovation Conclave STIC in New Delhi, quote, India has moved decisively into the sunrise domain, registering a promising presence in deep sea research alongside green hydrogen, quantum computer, and critical minerals. In his address during India Maritime Week in 2025, he also emphasized that the blue economy is a center to India's growth strategy, utilizing prosperity, sustainability, and national strength, and orientation that align perfectly with the goals of this Congress. This gathering is therefore timely. FIGA 2025 provides a platform to examine geoscience foundations of ocean-led development and resilience building. Its thematic spread enables a holistic exploration of how our disciplines can power the blue economy while safeguarding ecosystems and the communities. So we have to forget the silo research. The entire system community has to come for the national growth and the international leadership. INCOIS is proud to contribute this mission. We started with the translating operational oceanography to the industry. Our special operational oceanography, multi-hazard warning, from the potential fishing zone advisory to the tsunami and storm surge alert are grounded in robust geoscientific research. It's a multidisciplinary research. So all the services and product what we require, we should want the multidisciplinary research and the translation of the research to the understanding the need of the community, understanding the need of the industry. I think this will be one of the focus of this conference. So INCOIS is a pivotal translational phase. We are putting a lot of translational research which is need for the country and need for the global community, converting cutting-edge science into reliable, operational, and impact-based services. Our focus is to deliver these services to every citizen. Presently, 9 lakh fishermen along the coast is actually getting our services, and almost all maritime industry. So we have a big list of the products and services which are required for our industry. They demonstrate the power of integrating geoscience with the ocean science to deliver real-world impact, saving life, protecting livelihood, and supporting a resilient blue economy. Finally, we champion sustainable ocean development. Let us embed resilience, equity, and innovation into everything we do. Let us commit to science for the society and to harnessing the vast potential of our oceans with responsibility, wisdom, and foresight. With this, I once again welcome all of you to FIGA 2025 conference. Jai Vijnan, Jai Anusandan, and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that inspiring start. Now, to present the report, we extend a warm welcome to Dr. Kalachan Sen, Secretary General of FIGA. Dr. Sen is a J.C. Bose Fellow at CSIR National Geophysical Research Institute. He will walk us through the milestones and achievements of FIGA since the last Congress. Over to you, sir.
A very good morning. Highly respected Professor A.K. Sood, PSA to Government of India and today's chief guest, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Honorable Secretary, Minister of Earth Science, Dr. V.M. Tiwari, President of FIGA, Dr. M. Balakrishnan Nayar, Congress Director, all the directors of national labs, Shivakumar ji, Professor Satish Singh, many, all the distinguished speakers, delegates. On behalf of FIGA, a warm welcome to the 4th Triennial Congress. And all of you know that Earth system science, consisting of multiple disciplines of solid earth, atmosphere, biosphere, cryosphere, hydrosphere, and planetary sciences, have number of associations which are actively involved in pursuing their activities for the causes of society and nation. To meet the need of synergy among the earth scientists, the FIGA was established in 2014, and since then, we have organized 3 Triennial Congress. First was in IIT-ISM Dhanbad, 2016. Second was in CSIR-NGRI Hyderabad in 2019, and third one was in Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology, 2022. For each Congress, we have brought out outcome reports that contain contemporary issues, societal challenges, feasible solutions, role of geosciences for sustainable development. This year, we have chosen the theme, already it has been pointed out, and Why we have chosen the theme? If we look into oceans adjacent to India and the large coastlines, we see it has plethora of resources and opportunities that can be harnessed for the emerging economy of India. That's why this theme has been chosen, Geosciences for Blue Economy, Potential of Indian Oceans. The key aspects, already in the morning it has started, several aspects on the oceans and plenary talks by the distinguished speakers from abroad and within India. There will be some keynote talks, there will be some contemporary oral and poster presentations, young scientist conclave, an annual convention of Indian Geophysical Union and AHI. Yesterday we had a pre-congress on the sea level rises, and there have been a special session to encourage the school children on the oceans to understand the importance of the oceans. Several topics that include ocean dynamics, coastal processes, ocean and coastal hazards, marine and coastal resources, several important topics that include artificial intelligence, machine learning, emerging technology, and the early warning system will be covered into this Congress. I'd like to point out that we have passed more than 10 years. To commemorate that, we are bringing out a compendium that includes energy resources, ocean resources, energy security, artificial intelligence and machine learning enabled geoscience, geological hazards, freshwater management, climate change and its impact, as well as how geoscience can play a role to the sustainable development, rural and economic growth in our country. So as a whole, you can see the main purpose of FIGA, where we have discussed common agenda, we have shared the thoughts and views, and ultimately given some inputs or document that can be utilized for the policy framework or restructuring the strategies whatever different ministries have adapted. The Congress like this needs a meticulous planning where 350 delegates are here. We have 240 abstract, so that have been accommodated. And there has gone a lot of efforts by many people in different ways. So I thank all of them, all the FIGA association members as well as institutional members. We have 12 institutions and 8 association members into this FIGA. And everybody knows that we need financial support, logistic support. So we thank the different institutes, organizations, and some of the people who have contributed immensely for the science and technology exhibitions. With a request to all the distinguished speakers to restrict to their allocated time, I conclude with a resounding success of the 4th Triennial Congress, and thank you so much for your participation to this program.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sain, for that comprehensive and insightful report. Now I have the honor to invite Dr. V.M. Tiwari, the President of FIGA and the Director of CSIR Northeast Institute of Science and Technology, to deliver the presidential address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Respected Professor A.K. Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India and Chief Guest of this function, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, and our guest of honor, distinguished colleagues on the dais and off the dais, Dr. Shiv-Kumar-ji, CEO, ANRF, office bearers of FIGA, members of participating associations, directors of the Geoscience institutions, delegates, guests, and members of the press and media. Namaste and very good morning to all of you. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to speak today on the behalf of Federation of Indian Geosciences Associations, often known as FIGA, a unique coalition that brings together 10 national geoscience associations and 12 geoscience institutions spanning several departments and ministries such as CSIR, DST, MoES, MoJS, DAE, ONGC. This is the probably only association in the country which brings all the branches of the subject of a specific subject. I have had the privilege of being associated with FIGA since its inception, an initiative conceived particularly at the INSA to bring together researchers, students, industry professionals, policymakers working across diverse branches of geosciences for the larger advancements of science and its societal relevance. In just a decade, as Secretary General had pointed out, since its formation, FIGA has evolved into a unifying platform that connects almost entire geoscience community in India and represents the country within the global geoscience fraternity. This is reflected in distinguished international participation at this Congress. We are deeply honored to have Chris Rizos, who spoke just before this inaugural session, President of International Union of Geodesy and Geophysics, a century-old global scientific union, and President of American Geophysical Union, one of the largest geoscience organizations in the world, who is delivering the keynote address day after tomorrow. We are equally privileged to host eminent plenary speakers of international repute, including Dr. Annie Kajinev, FRS, Fellow of U.S. National Academy of Sciences, whose lecture and virtual presence is personally gratifying to me, as she was a mentor during my formative years, and we worked together for the several programs. We also welcome our colleagues, Dr. Ron Hackney, who represented Australian Geoscience Association and would be delivering keynote address on deep drilling. We are proud of our Indian origin colleagues, Professor Singh, Professor Gangopadhyay, the distinguished Vajra Fellows, whose contribution would enrich this scientific meeting landscape very differently. FIGA attaches great importance to equity, diversity, and inclusion in the science, and in this spirit, we have organized dedicated sessions for young scientists and women scientists. These are being led by the outstanding role models such as Mrs. Sushma Rawat, the first woman geoscientist who led as a director of exploration ONGC. Dr. Rasmi Sharma, who leads the ISRO-NASA NISAR program from SAC and several others. The gracious presence of Honorable PSA, Secretary Ministry of Earth Sciences, CEO ANRF, and directors of the leading geoscience institutions lends great significance to this occasion. We are particularly grateful to Professor Sood for his kind consent to join us at very short notice despite his demanding schedule with STIC and other national commitments. Distinguished guests, the major challenge before geoscience today revolves around understanding Earth's dynamic processes to address critical societal issues such as managing limited resources like energy, minerals, water, mitigating natural hazards, and so on, which has been narrated by Honorable Secretary Ministry of Earth Sciences in his talk. And these all challenges require interdisciplinary and collaborative approach, technological innovation, and integration of the complex data set. And this is what this Congress brought us today. The United Nations Sustainable Developmental Goals and global initiative promoting sustainability through science have further emphasized the need for geoscience to contribute to these urgent global priorities. Geoscience is linked directly or indirectly to most of the 17 Sustainable Developmental Goals, particularly those concerning climate action, water security, sustainability, energy, responsible use of the ocean resources. Recognizing these global challenges in local context, as Secretary General has reported, we are going to have a special status paper on these entitled Key Geoscience Challenges and Priority, which will be released today by Honorable PSA and Honorable Secretary. India's progressive policies and strategic initiatives continue to empower geoscientists in their mission to harness the wealth of our planet sustainably and equitably. I am confident that the deliberations during this meeting will strengthen our collective understanding and chart a way forward to advance the goals of sustainability, prosperity, and planetary well-being in alignment with Vision Viksit Bharat 2047. Once again, I extend heartfelt gratitude to all dignitaries, delegates, colleagues for your presence, support, and contributions to this landmark event. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Hope this leadership continues to shape the future of geoscience in India. To commemorate this occasion, hereby I invite the Honorable Chief Guest and other dignitaries to release the abstract volume and special volume entitled Perspectives on Some Contemporary Geoscience Challenges in India.
It's time to honor the excellence, to present the Lifetime Achievement Awards to two distinguished scientists whose work have left an indelible mark on the geosciences community. I now invite Dr. M. Ravichandran, the President of Indian Geophysical Union, to present the IGU Harinarayan Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Kalachan Sen in the presence of Chief Guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood. I now invite Professor P. Rajendra Prasad, the President of Association of Hydrologists India, to present the AHI Lifetime Achievement Award to Professor S.K. Jain in the presence of the Chief Guest.
Congratulations to the awardees. Their dedication and contribution will continue to inspire generation. Now we are truly honored to have Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary of Ministry of Earth Sciences, as our guest of honor. Dr. Ravichandran has been a driving force in advancing India's earth science initiatives. Sir, it's an honor to have you with us today.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Dr. Tiwari, President of FIGA, Dr. Kalachand Sain, General Secretary of the Congress, Dr. Balakrishnan Nair, Director of INCOIS, as well as this Congress Director, and other colleagues, I think especially Dr. Parvinder Meni, Dr. Sukumar, and my friends, many directors are sitting, so I will not able to make all of them, and also Earth Science community as a whole, as well as the colleagues and friends from INCOIS and Earth Sciences. First of all, thank you for inviting me for this Congress for FIGA. As I always remember that when we started in 1980s, the ocean development started, because from the ocean we will produce all the services like this. Then later on, with the ocean you cannot do much, so you have to integrate atmosphere, you have to integrate geoscience and other things. So then 2008, I think the Ministry of Earth Sciences has formed. But now you may be knowing that last 2-3 years back, the United Nations has followed us. They told that all the services to be Earth system approach services. Even you take about meteorology or ocean, you should have a Earth system approach. So that approach, I think now it is also come to the FIGA. I think there are many societies are working in various quarters, either it is ocean or atmosphere or geoscience, paleo, all these societies are come together. I think it is a good initiative. I am sure that this concomitation of various societies will provide various useful services to the society. As all know that our things are basically observe, understand, translate whatever the science we brought out to the service for the benefit of society. We always tell that SQ, science, service, services. Services, society. I think some of the things in the government, especially the ministry, cannot be able to do certain things. I think that is why the society can come into do many of the innovative things which you can do, and moreover, many of you have actually great expertise and experienced people, and you will be able to know what are the lacuna, what are the gap area. So indirectly, you can also tell us what government has to do. So various things openly you can tell what are the gap, what we need to do, and all other things. Many of the challenges exist in earth science. Of course, many last 3 talks, a plenary talk mentioned about various aspects of the challenges, especially I was telling about the ocean, what are the challenges in terms of harnessing resources, in terms of mitigating various hazards, and also how do we sustainability, how do we put in sustainability in place. All these aspects, we have a lot of challenges in terms of technology, in terms of understanding. Since the ocean is not known much, we need to understand more. There are many challenges. Of course, the climate change, resource depletion, and natural hazards, sustainable development, all these challenges, I think we need to work together. And also we need to bridge the gap between many of the societies. I think that societies now it is merged together. And we need to merge government institutions, academia, and industries, and societies. All these things we need to put together so that we can provide the meaningful services to the people. So I just want to give only one thing is basically the society. One thing in government is lagging is the social science aspect of the earth system science. I think the society has to think about how do we take a feedback from society, then that input, how do we bring it to the common, what is called science or science services, what they need, we need to understand, and accordingly we need to deliver various services and other things. Hopefully, in the coming years, the society will, the FIGA will bring out many of the innovative ideas as well as the solution, and what government has to do or what others has to do, they can bring out some of the recommendation so that we will try to implement as and when required. With this, once again, I thank you for inviting me, and I'm sure that this FIGA will provide much more services to the coming years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ravichandran. It's a great honor to have Professor A.K. Sood, the Principal Scientific Advisor for Government of India, to address the gathering. Professor Sood also chairs for the Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. He is also a National Science Chair Professor at the IISc Bangalore. He has also served as a member for the Scientific Advisory Council for the Prime Minister of India. Professor Sood's contribution to the science, technology, and innovation policies in India have been truly transformative, shaping the nation's scientific vision and its global standing. Professor Sood has received numerous honors, including the Padma Shri, one of India's highest civilian awards. He has also served as the President of the Indian National Science Academy, the President of the Indian Academy of Sciences, and the Secretary General of the Third World Academy of Sciences, Italy. He was also elected as a Fellow of the Royal Society, London, in 2015, a recognition for his remarkable scientific contributions. Sir, it's an honor to have you with us today. I now invite you to the stage for the inaugural address.
It is indeed a great privilege for me to join all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. We have Dr. Ravichandran, Dr. Tiwari, Dr. Balakrishnan Nair, and Dr. Kalachan Sen, and of course all the dignitaries in the front row, as well as all of you participants. It's indeed a great honor. Actually, whatever I have heard in the last 45 minutes from the four learned people, I don't think I can add anything more. So I will give you a very general view of how I have seen this, and you will see that it resonates with whatever has been said, but it never hurts you to hear them twice. So this is something my first exposure in a more technical way to this Earth system science, if I can call it, was in the Prime Minister's Advisory Council, even before PM Strike, when Professor C.N.R. Rao was the chairman and I was one of the members. Then with Dr. Chidambaram, Saxi, and so on. So all those things, when they were being formed in the initial years, I had a ringside view, but I understood more and more when I really started seeing how interdisciplinary it is and how it is making a big impact in almost all walks of life. I remember then when this Deep Ocean Mission was presented to PM Strike, when Dr. Vijay Raghavan was the chair. I was a member of PM Strike, Prime Minister's Science, Technology, Innovation Advisory Council. It was very clear that it is long overdue. I am glad it has almost getting phase 1 completed. If COVID was not there, it would have completed even earlier. And I get to know on maybe the yearly basis in the governing board what is happening. But more importantly, I get to know on weekly basis from Ravi, Dr. Ravichandran, when we have our evening walks on a weekend. And that's the time I get to know more rather than in the meetings. And it is really heartening to see how this whole subject has really evolved into a very, very powerful interdisciplinary subject. And in that sense, the formation of FIGA, which was mentioned, which is a agglomeration of, or convergence, maybe the right word, agglomeration may be a wrong word, convergence of 10 associations and 12 institutes or the either way. It's a really a model for few other subjects which should take note of that. Because there is nothing like solid earth, ocean, Himalayas and so on in a separate way. There is no way. And I also see this always this difficult discussion in the academies when the earth science is discussed. This is a ongoing theme in my last 25 years association with academies. So it's really clear that it needs an integrated approach, and that only it can be holistic and it can make a difference. So I would just put a few, I'll reiterate what has been said. To my mind, the fact that it is interdisciplinary, I think it is biggest strength actually. Because if you look at even in subjects, not only in the areas which Earth system covers, as I mentioned, whether it is Earth, whether it's ocean, whether it is atmosphere, not that, but even if you look at the scientific subjects, it is amazing that almost all science subjects and all engineering subjects really contribute to this, not to mention even the social science. I mean, look at weather and climate change, which is really the center of discussion all over the place. We know that when you want a prediction for weather prediction, it's not one subject. You start from the physics, Navier-Stokes equation. There in high school, I never understood the role of boundary conditions and initial conditions. I thought these are just some frills. But when it comes to real life impact of those initial conditions, it really has all the impact on our lives. It's so profound what initial conditions are there and what is the data. So you have the physics integrated, whether it is fluid dynamics, turbulence, whatever you name it, it is there. And then in the more recent years, how this artificial intelligence has come in. So now you combine the physics models with the data which you have used to train the models, and now you can combine physics plus AI, and then that's what is the strength of this convergence. And I was listening very recently, time series analysis is so very well known for the last 25 years, 30 years. We always do regression analysis to start with and so on. But now there are time series foundational models. If you do what Google is doing and what this recent even business houses are doing, there is a foundational model for time series. It means everyone need not learn the regression analysis from t equal to 0. That has been trained on millions sets of data. You know how to predict the trends, you know how to use the outcome, and now that again will be again this time series foundational models, not the LLMs. I'm not talking of LLMs alone. That plus your image analysis, all those whatever you are doing, I think it doesn't stop to surprise me that almost everything you know in science and engineering, it has immediate application in earth system science. And that is so enriching because it impacts our life on daily basis. You know the climate change, you know the extreme weather conditions which are happening more often than not. All that, how really we can look at it. I don't think we have any understanding of extreme weather conditions as far as I understand. But I was just thinking, totally an absurd thought, Ravi, for next week's talk, next week discussion. We have this catastrophe theory in maths as well as in physics. So can some aspects of catastrophe theory have some lessons for extreme weather condition may not be a long-term prediction, but at least maybe few hours, I don't know what the time scales one can do. So the catastrophe theory, which is quite now well developed, all this chaotic dynamics and so on, does it have any lesson? I'm sure Dr. Kalachan Sen will have an answer. I'm just thinking aloud how this mathematics, applied mathematics if you want to call it, or even pure mathematics can have applications in earth system science thing. So it never stops to amaze me. Second thing which I think again, which I thought where some work needs to be done, not in my view. When I say my view, it is out of ignorance. It may be that many of you are doing it. So please ignore me if I am saying something not real. Second thing, in my view, is not done enough in India are the sensors, which really at the heart of your earth system science. Any field you take, you need sensors all over, and that too very sophisticated sensors, because the data is your lifeline. Some sensors are developed in India. There are government labs, universities, but I think it's not enough. Still huge dependence on import, and I'm somehow very sure if there is a earth system size, system science sensor development. See, sensors are all over the field. If you take medical science, it's all over. Because we deal with the sensors in medical thing almost on daily basis. But I think you may need to have a mission mode approach. In your MOSAM mission, you have all radars to be deployed, all sensors to be deployed. But maybe a very focused approach on sensor development could be seen, because now the sensors are not just sensors. You have sensors, you have digital system, you have AI, you have all those associated things. Again, a very, very powerful thing, and probably India then can also be take the lead for global south to supply those things, if not for the developed countries. Again, a lot of scope. Maybe it is something. I was just looking at your 7 topics in this, which you just released. So it covers almost all of them, but I did not see the instrumentation part. So which in my view is a big challenge. And this is something not only in earth science, even in other physical sciences it has been missing. Whether it is physics, you go to any lab, more than 50% of the equipments are imported. Chemistry lab, all the more, but now maybe the gas chromatograph have come in the last few years. Mass spectrometers, NMRs. I think NMR is there at every doorstep of any institute. We don't have them. 100 megahertz has been developed, I am told, but 100 megahertz even students don't use. You need 400 megahertz minimum. So I'm just saying these are the things where India needs to think, not only just collecting data, but enabling data. And that's where I'm saying once we start thinking, maybe we'll devise some new instruments so that we can take a lead and not repeat. I'm not saying you redo the whole, reinvent. I'm just saying think about it. How we can use whatever is the new technology, whether it is the risk architecture or whether it is FPGA, whatever you have, the new technologies now, how can we design and build the instruments? So this is one challenge I think I'll add to your list of miseries and see if earth science can take a lead in showing to the community that when 8 associations and 12 institutes can come together to form an association, you can also come together to look at challenges. So that's the something which you may think on. Connection with society, I don't think it could have been said better. One Ravi said, we need to bring the social science, because how all this climate change affects, I don't think you and I understand better than the social scientists how it impacts the society. Again, something to think on, how your discoveries, how your services affect really the society, and the feedback from them, how can it improve how you connect to them. So again, so many things I can think of again when you talk of society. The energy transition, we are all talking of now CO2 emission thing. Energy transition is happening. Are we doing enough using oceans for the energy? I don't know. Maybe you are doing enough, but I have not seen examples in India. Geothermal, I guess only 10 megawatt was approved maybe 8 months back in our ETG. Maybe 6 months back, Dr. Mani will remember, 5 plus 5 gigawatt, one in Gujarat and one in Tamil Nadu. Offshore offshore wind, sorry, not the geothermal. Geothermal is even still less. So I'm just saying this has to be taken up in a way that in next 5 years or you have the game plan. What is the game plan for energy from oceans? What is the game plan? National level discussion should happen, and what resources will you need for that? Similarly, again, when you say bio from ocean and so on, are we doing enough? I know in the deep ocean mission there is a vertical in that, but I think still much more needs to be done. So again, which will also contribute to energy transition. So this is again something which will, which is the bioeconomy, if you want to call it that way. Also look at very important lessons from sea life. What are the lessons we learn from sea life? I'm not saying it's not happening. Please, I'm saying I know little bit is happening, but I think lot more needs to be done. Really, in the deep sea, what lessons we can learn? Can we really scale it up? So I will just try to wrap up by again mentioning the convergence of various sciences. And nothing can be better than Earth systems science, which can make it happen. You look at the new contemporary technologies. The quantum technology is already here. Quantum technology is not something which is 5 years away. It's happening. Now, your community has to think how you really can align with it or take advantage of it and leapfrog to a next level. You are all using HPCs. I know, I just saw half an hour back, and your Noida center and so on. Now the next frontier is obviously quantum. So the quantum computing along with HPC is the next frontier. I think in one of the Foundation Day talk, where some of you were present, I said that it is not something people are not thinking. People are thinking, how do you use quantum computer for Earth system for weather prediction? Just to give you 1 second introduction. You know, in quantum computing, 30 qubit system can store almost like 2 raised to power 32 data points. Amazing. And it's not a system which will fill the room. It will just be on a corner of a stage. Question is, can you use quantum computers for this hugely data intensive work along with HPC? It's not enough to do only quantum computing computer, but HPC. So that is one thing which I guess should be looked at in your perspectives on contemporary geo. Quantum communication is not a matter to be ignored, because the safe communication from your satellites, from your sea whatever you call systems to the computer, wherever you are doing analysis, it can be corrupted actually. So there is a report today that which organization I forgot, they corrupted the data and it led to actually a wrong prediction of the weather by design. So it's not an accident. Supposing you want to create panic, you can create panic by manipulating the data and then do that. And it can be very, very significant in many other cases. So quantum communication, you have to now see how you are communicating with your satellite links and so on when you are doing this weather modeling. Quantum sensors, less said the better. So sensitive now that you can see whether the high resolution data can give you some more handle on the modeling. So again I am saying these are some things which are happening, future will bring more, and nothing to, I mean now when I say AI, it's like a thing of past, but it is not thing of past, it's happening. You have to see how do you ride on AI, not AI rides on you. It depends who will ride on AI. So this is something you have to now see more and more power of AI, whether it is agentic AI or whatever is relevant to your field, how you can really use it. So I can really see enormous possibilities, and since now all of you have come together under FIGA, it really makes your power 2 raised to the power 22, because 10 association and 12 institutes. So now your power has increased 2 raised to power 22. So you have no choice but to take bigger challenges. So you have no choice. So you are the next president, Ravi. So you know what is in store for you. He has told you what to do, but now I have added you more problems. So with this, let me thank you once again for having me here, and I really look forward to interact with some of you and see the institute, but it's really heartening to see this collective effort toward India's growth. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Sood, for the thoughtful insights. As a token of our gratitude, we now invite Dr. V.M. Tiwari and Dr. T.M. Balakrishnan Nair on behalf of FIGA and INCOIS to felicitate our chief guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood.
Thank you very much. I also request Dr. V.M. Tiwari and Dr. Balakrishnan Nair on behalf of FIGA and INCOIS to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. M. Ravichandran.
As we draw the inauguration session to a close, I invite Dr. Sudhi Joseph, Scientist G, Group Director of Ocean Modeling Applied Research Services at INCOIS, and lead of FIGA Local Organizing Committee to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vrinda, and good afternoon to one and all. It is my honor to propose the vote of thanks at the conclusion of this inaugural session of FIGA 2025. On behalf of the organizing committee, first, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Principal Scientific Secretary to Government of India, for gracing this occasion and sharing his valuable perspectives on the role of geosciences and natural development for the nation. So you have stressed sensor development and importance of deep sea exploration to challenge us, and we commit to you that we will take up these challenges together. We are also equally grateful to our Chief Guest of Honor, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, for his inspiring address and for his leadership in advancing Earth system sciences initiatives in the country. And he has told us about the ocean of opportunities and the sea of challenges existing in this, our future. We also thank Dr. V.M. Tiwari, President FIGA, and Dr. Kalachand Sen, General Secretary General of FIGA, for their vision, guidance in bringing together geoscientific community for this important gathering. We extend our sincere thanks to Dr. Shivakumar Kalyan Rao, CEO of ANRF, and Dr. Parvinder Mani, Scientific Secretary PSA, and all directors of geosciences and MoES institutes and ISRO institutions for gracing this occasion. We gratefully acknowledge Indian Geophysical Union, Association of Hydrologists of India, Geological Society of India, Ocean Society of India, Association of Exploration Geophysicists, Indian Society of Earthquake Sciences, Society of Petroleum Geophysicists, and Paleontological Society of India, who are the 8 member associations of FIGA, whose collaborations form the core strength of this federation. We extend our appreciation to 9 Patron member institutions whose enduring support and patronage provided FIGA with the institutional foundation and credibility to convene this major scientific event. Our heartfelt thanks also goes to the sponsors and exhibitors together forming the financial backbone of FIGA 2025 for their generous contributions, innovative exhibits, and continued support made this event possible at such a high standard. We express our sincere gratitude to FIGA's office brothers for their constant support, guidance, and leadership throughout the organization of this Congress. A very special word of thanks to Dr. Balakrishnan Nair, Director INCOIS, for his constant encouragement and for providing infrastructural, financial, and administrative support that made hosting FIGA 2025 possible at this scale. We also acknowledge remarkable efforts of the Internal Implementation Committee led by Sri Pattabhiram Rao, Group Director at INCOIS, whose meticulous planning and coordination ensured smooth conduct of this event. Our sincere thanks to INCOIS administration and staff whose teamwork and dedication have been backbone for this successful inauguration. To all delegates, presenters, young scientists, and international participants, thank you for becoming part of this endeavor and for enriching this Congress with your knowledge, insights, and enthusiasm. Let me conclude with a timeless message from Rigveda that defines this gathering. Let us move together, speak together, and think together in harmony as our wise ancestors did in the pursuit of shared understanding. With these sentiments, I once again extend heartfelt thanks to each and every individual institutions and individuals who contributed to the success of this inaugural session. Thank you all and wish you a productive and inspiring continuation of FIGA 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suji Joseph. Thank you to all our dignitaries, delegates, and the guests for gracing this momentous occasion. Let the Congress unfold with enriching discussions and groundbreaking ideas. Let the 4th Triennial Congress of FIGA 2025 begin with science, synergy, and sustainability lighting our way forward. I request everyone to rise for national anthem.
Chala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे